What'd you click the second time for?
The timer?
Hi. Oh. She pressed record and then she clicked something else and I was like, what?
Should we start over?
No, it's alright.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. I have a timer, a big timer on there.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins.
Oh, yes!
We're doing a podcast here.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah, last week I wasn't.
Okay.
Today we are Saturday, I was going to say December, January 16th. This is episode 142. I'd like to welcome new and returning viewers. I am so off my game. Wow.
I set her off. Sorry.
Hi.
Welcome to new and returning viewers?
Yes.
Okay.
I did say that, didn't I?
I don't know.
Yeah, I did.
I'm uncaffeinated.
Oi.
I'm Lynn, also known as Toll Baby. You can find us on Twitter and YouTube as Two Tangled Skeins. Our blog is twotangledskeins.com. We have a Facebook group, which has been kind of fun lately. And come join our Ravelry group because we're always giving away fun prizes and doing lots of crazy stuff. And Selma's not here this week.
No. She'll be back on the 6th of February.
So how's your week been?
I am utterly exhausted. Getting up at 5 a.m. because one of my kids works at 6.
But that's the kid that can walk 4 blocks and be at work, isn't it? No, that's the other one.
Yes, that's the kid that can walk 4 blocks, but that's the kid that has no concept of how to wake himself up. We have tried everything.
Yeah, my kid skipped school 2 days this week because he couldn't wake up because he hadn't gone to bed.
Yeah, so anyways, getting up at 5 a.m. a couple days this week, so I decided to take yesterday off. I just said to my boss on Thursday, I'm tired. Can I take the day off tomorrow? And she's like, sure. Are you using sick leave or vacation? I'm like, I'm using vacation. But then, I slept till 10 o'clock yesterday morning, but then I was running around all late morning, early afternoon. Because we went to my daughter's work to get her paycheck. There was no paycheck.
Ooh.
So she was like, so she called the big boss, who was at the Best Western in Ottawa on Carling, and he was like, oh, how, wait. And so he looked through, he's like, yeah, there's a timesheet for you. I don't know how I missed you. So we drove to the place on Carling and picked up her paycheck. So, yeah, tired. That's all I can say.
I've had some pretty bad insomnia this week. I haven't been sleeping. I've been going to bed at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I'm looking at the timestamp on Facebook when I wake up and I'm like...
I posted on Instagram at 3 o'clock this morning.
When did you send me a message about the gym? It was
that was like at 4 o'clock in the morning one morning.
I was just like, I'm sleeping.
Well, see, I didn't think that you had your phone with you when you went to bed.
My phone is with me, but...
Because I have all my conversations on mute. Like, I don't get sound notification on my Facebook conversations.
Yeah. No, neither do I. Not in the yeah. No.
So yeah, it's been a rough week.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me a message because I said I hadn't been sleeping well, and it was very sweet of you. Thank you very much. My insomnia is entirely due to the fact that I'm not working, and I'm stressed out about the fact that I'm not working. And basically, I'm starting to freak out because I'm not working, and I'm starting to realize that I'm not going to be going to any shows this year because I'm not working, and yeah.
And it's not for lack of trying.
No, because I applied for, I think, 10 jobs last night, and the other 8 or 9 the day before, and there's just nothing out there.
Do you give EI a list of them?
No, I'm not required to.
Oh, they don't? Okay.
They don't care. Oh, plus I only got half my EI this past week.
Yeah,
because I spent a few days at Rob's over Christmas, and when you're out of the country, they don't give you any money. So there was that too. It was like, oh, hey, I have no money.
Yeah.
So it's been a rough week for both of us, I think, and yay, the weekend's here because.
Yeah. And today was grocery week, so kill me now.
Oh, well, that I do every week, but that's because I have 2 teenagers who eat me out of house and home.
Oh, so do I. So by the Wednesday when we get paid, before we go shopping on the Saturday, there's like literally scrounging.
Yeah.
So.
So this is a knitting show.
It is, isn't it?
And I'm a really, really bad podcaster because I forgot my faux. I only have the one and I forgot it.
And it's a camp faux.
It's a camp faux. I got a whole heck of a lot of points for it. There will be a blurb about camp at the end if you want to stick around. We're not going to go on and on and on about camp during the episode. But yeah, I finished the Magdalena hat, which, had I started it last week? Okay, so I just had a little bit of the ribbing last week when I was on.
I keep looking down because my pattern is down there. There we go.
The Magdalena is by Emily Mattis, who is local to us and a friend of ours. She named it after her grandmother, who taught her to knit, apparently. So it's a really, really pretty pattern. It's a mostly stockinette hat with one panel of lace going up the side of it. And it's a slouchy hat. And once you start knitting, you just keep going straight. And then there's like 4 rows of decreases at the end. So it's really nifty the way it works out. And I really enjoyed knitting it. So I will show you next week. If you pop onto my Camp Faux thread, you can see a picture of it. Or into my project page. I felt really bad because I realized as soon as I got here, I was like, I forgot half my stuff.
It's Jen's fault.
It's caffeine's fault. It's the lack of caffeine.
I blame Jen.
Okay, that works. So I made it out of Sublime Yarns Angora Merino that Selma gave me just before Christmas. I keep wanting to say Selmy. I don't know why.
Hi, Selmy.
I'm really sorry. My mouth is not working. In ice blue on size 4, US 4 needles and US 7 needles, which is a 3.5 millimeter and a 4.5 millimeter. The ribbing's all done on the smaller needle. And that's all I have for faux. No faux for you.
So, we should talk about the section names.
Oh yeah, because I totally forgot about that.
Because I decided I wanted something a little more
Us
than faux and whips and stash. So
we decided to change our section names up a little bit.
I came up with a couple things, and then she's like, well, what about this? And what about this? And I'm like, I like it.
So the first one we came up with was the Mighty Faux.
And the second one is whips and chains.
That was mine.
Because chains.
Duh.
Crocheting.
Yes, it was referring to crochet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh. And then we have Flash the Stash.
Is anybody really surprised I came up with whips and chains?
No. And then for book reviews, we have Off the Shelf. And for coupon codes, we have Save Your Pennies. And who knows, we might add in a section about life. Because,
I don't think we want to come up with a name for that one. This is a family show. We're not supposed to be swearing.
We're a little bit punchy.
Batting your eyes at me. I do that to Rob all the time. I'll be like, Rob. And he'll be like, yes, something in your eye. So what you working on? Are you mid-row? Well, you're on a circular.
I'm on a circular. There is no mid-row. So the thing I'm working on right now is a test knit for my friend Diane.
Who used to be the Knotted Bag and is now Freedom for You on Ravelry.
Well, she always was Freedom for You on Ravelry.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the Bundle Up Cowl. I'll just show you a couple more pictures.
She's local to us, too.
So that's what I'm knitting. And I found something to use this gorgeousness that Lynn got me at our first Rhinebeck in 2012.
First Rhinebeck or no? Yeah, that was Rhinebeck. Yeah. Okay.
It's our first Rhinebeck because you stood in line while
you bought me dinner.
Yes,
and then I bought you the skinnier.
Yeah, and you were standing in line because I was like, oh, I kind of like that, and then I turn around and she's in line with the yarn in her hand.
I stood in line while you picked out what you wanted because the lineup was crazy, but it's gotten crazier since.
So I'm knitting with that.
And it is, I think she has finally found the pattern that this yarn
I had like 3 rows and I went, oh. And then I showed Diane and she was like, oh my God, that's gorgeous. And she was perusing my stash and she came up with me using this. But look at this. is that. Like, it's so different at every turn.
I love the little pops of orange. I mean,
Yeah.
we bought this because it was Harley Davidson colors.
Biker chick. Come on.
But to me, it looks like ashes with flames sticking out of it. Like flames popping out of it.
Very well could be. So that is Bundle Up Cowl by Diane Lancier out of Miss Babs Yowza in the Biker Chick colorway on size 5mm, which is a US 8. And I'm holding that in my Stitched Together 4G bag that Amanda sent to me. And if you like this print, when Autism Awareness Month comes, she's probably going to put these in her shop. And look what's on the inside. Isn't it perfect? And I like how low she put the drawstring because
it makes it look like a little present.
It's so cute. I love it.
I think Andrea was saying that too, that her bags look like little presents.
Yeah, I like it. I really do.
It's either Andrea or Sarah. I don't know.
Somebody. One of them. What else am I knitting on? Highland Peaks.
Hey, that wasn't supposed to end up in the show notes.
What?
Sorry.
Oh, that's my mistake. I probably forgot. So the other test knit I'm doing, which is due tomorrow when I just started the edging.
Hi, Nina.
I'm doing my best. Is the Highland Peaks shawl, and I did the worsted version. So that's what it looks like. And mine's, well, kind of similar. I'm using cream, brown, and green. So basically, oh, darn it.
Did you get all tangled?
No, I'm not tangled. I'm stuck on the end of a row.
Knit faster, woman.
Yeah, I know. So that's the colors. You can kind of see the green. And I have the cake in here. And it is,
cake.
Yeah. It is,
chocolate pistachio cake.
No, it's called Dream in Color Classy, and it is in the Scorched Lime. And Selma gave me this because when she saw it, it wasn't quite what the picture was.
It's very... It's not olive. It's a little more rich than olive.
And it's got flecks of that greeny...
Avocado-y? No, it's too dark to be avocado.
Yeah. I like it.
We'll have to come up with a name for that. Scorched lime actually fits.
Yeah. So this is on size 5. Millimeter, US 8. Oh, and I wanted to show off something on my other project. Sorry. Back to the other one.
As I drop a stitch.
I'm dropping all kinds of stuff. So I'm using this stitch marker that I got in my prize pack from Andrea, the cat lady. I love it.
You love it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding me. We're not having a good day.
And that is being housed in one of my Ravelry bags. I don't know if that's the older one or the new one. I think that's the older one.
I do know.
So, back it goes. Next, which I added to the show notes because I knit on it this morning while I was, after groceries. It is the Fractal Danger.
Oh God, shield your eyes, people.
No, that's not the green one.
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Never mind.
So it's the Fractal Danger by Martina Beam. And
one of these days I'm gonna have to look up an interview where she
actually
said
Beam.
says her name. Okay.
Diane, when Diane was doing her audio podcast, it's Beam.
Okay.
Because she specifically asked her. And I'm doing that in my Fiber Optics yarn, the Paint Box Gradient Cashmere. So these are all the colors.
Oh, pretty.
Yeah. So I'm into the second color right now. So it's mixing up the dark brown with a lighter brown. So that's what it looks like. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the different... Oh, wait. Yeah, you can kind of see the different color brown. That is being knit. I think this is a 4mm, which is a 3.5? US 3.5?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't ask me questions right
No,
now. I can
sorry.
fall asleep where I'm sitting.
And that is in a bag, because I need to drop everything. It's staying on the floor. One of the bags that I made myself. So I consider this a shawl size bag. Full of hair.
We have animals. Everything's covered in hair.
I have 4 animals. 2 of them which have white and the other 2 have black. And I put this in the show notes, but I really don't know if I knit on it. I really don't think I did.
Well, you didn't finish the square anyway.
No. So,
that's our
my scrappy blanket. I don't think I did anything on it, so I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, I put mine on because I added 1 square.
But it's a square.
1 square. I got 1 point.
Square is a square.
That's true. You all done?
Yes, I'm done. Sorry. My yarn is all tangled.
Ah, poop.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I'm trying to figure out a slip stitch pattern while I'm talking here, so that's not working. Okay, so I've got a few whips, and you're going to bear with me until I finish my row here. It's a very short row. She finished too soon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Or I shouldn't have started the next row.
Yeah. So you're knitting on socks?
I'm knitting on socks.
Okay.
And I had to borrow Sue's yarn because I forgot that too.
And she forgot the finished sock.
And I forgot my hoe. I had 1 finished sock and I forgot it.
Then again,
it's hanging on Selma's sock blockers on my wall.
I'm blaming Jen.
There you go, Jen. You're just going to be blamed for everything today.
There's a reason I'm blaming Jen.
Master Jen.
Yes.
She got a kick out of that. So these are my kick in the pants socks. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Juliana, have you been hearing all the messages? You need to dye this.
I told you I need
So it's the Kick in the Pants socks by Lollipop Yarn. Obviously, I'm not using Lollipop Yarn. This is Juliana's Fiber Lucid Dream Self-Striping Sock. There is no colorway name. I've been calling it Forest Shade. On size 1.5, US 1.5 needles, which is a 2.5 millimeter. It's a super fun pattern. It's a freebie, and it's a really, really neat slip stitch. It's a little bit of a variation. Well, it's not based on the Atlantic Current or pinstripe, but it's a variation on that sort of pattern. But it's super, super pretty, and it's really easy because you only do you only start the patterning when the color changes.
So no matter where you are in the
so you don't have to keep track of rows. It's awesome. And I've been so I have 1 finished sock, and this is the second one. So that's that. And they live in my little fox needle keeper. Sorry, my foxes are upside down. That Sue made me to match one of my sweater bags. And where's the project bag they're living in? It's my Stitch Together 4G Amanda Panda bag that I love. And I love the little chains on the inside. What else am I working on? I have my... Jen, pay attention. Have my hitchhiker.
Wow, how many teeth do you have?
16.
And you've done since the marker?
Yeah. So I did 6 this week because I was distracted by winding floss. I may have bought some cross-stitch stuff.
May.
So I just haven't really been in the mood for knitting this week. It's just been kind of a blah week.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I couldn't even tell you what I worked on last night at knit night. I have no idea what I was working on at knit night. Not a clue.
Did you finish your sock at midnight?
No.
Oh.
I finished it at home during a VKN. So if anybody who was with me last night remembers what the heck I was working on, I was with a bunch of people who don't watch the podcast, so I honestly could not tell you at this point what I was working on at midnight. No clue. That's what kind of week it's been. So this is my Hitchhiker by Martina Beam out of Bittersweet Woolery Guilty Pleasures. It's so squishy. In the Shagalicious colorway. So Mistress Tina, who is the dyer behind Bittersweet Woolery. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. You're not allowed to retire. I love your yarn too much. It is on a size US 2.5, which is 3mm needle. And yes, I think it was either Rachel or Brandy was making fun of me for going old school and using straights, but I didn't have a circ in the size. And now I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I'll get to that in a minute. Oh. And this is living in my Mina Makes bag with the Heffalumps. One of my favorite bags. I love that one. So that's that. I knit one square on my scrappy blanket.
Square is a square.
One square. Let's see if I can find the end. I'm not going to unfold the whole thing because, quite frankly, it's huge. That's the one square I did. This lovely brown tonal here. That's what I did. And that was a mini from our friend Kathy. You guys saw the package that she sent us last week. And, sorry, just trying to get this out so I can tell you what it is. That's the front.
The Mad Tosh?
Nope.
Oh.
That was from Mandy, the Mad Tosh. This is Knitting Rose Yarns in Coffee Crunch. And it is a really, really pretty brown tonal.
Oh, I was thinking of the...
You were thinking of the Mad Tosh at the other end. That one.
No, I was thinking of the stuff Kathy gave us, which is Wilmisa.
Oh, yes. No, I haven't broken into that yet. That's going to be something special. No, this was the... this is Knitting Rose Yarns Coffee Crunch. That pretty tonal right there. Whoops. Other way. That's all I did. Because I'm a lazy bum. And a bad cabin leader.
You finished a hat. You finished one sock.
Yeah, I got points for the hat. And I got 1 point for the square. I'm telling you, I've been in such a knitting slump this week. And that lives in my... Who made this?
You
Stitching
Sew and
you and
Sew?
No, you sew and sew. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. My little kit that has my needles, my scissors, my stitch markers, and a darning needle lives in one of the little needle keepers that Mandy Pinecone made me. She made me a whole bunch of them. And that lives in my You Sew and Sew bag, which I love. And it's going to outgrow very quickly. So, that brings me to the angry project. I was very angry last night. Very, very, very angry. I'm still kind of peeved. I discovered this past week that there are 2 babies coming into my life soon that I need to knit blankets for. It's a thing. I just knit blankets for people. So this is the blanket I'm knitting. It is the Elvin Pixie baby blanket. It's super pretty. It's super simple.
Are you like, I need lead time, people?
I found out yesterday that a friend of mine is imminently expecting. What kind of person does not give a knitter more than a couple of weeks' notice? I don't think they watch the podcast either, but Bergmans, I need more lead time. These are, yeah, one of Steve's brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
No. No, Steve and Becky are done. Long done. So I was knitting away, and I'd been knitting away for a couple of hours, and I had about an inch of progress. It's a blanket. I mean, it's going to take some time. And then all of a sudden, I start a row, and pop! My needle, which is over here, came away from the cable, which is over here. Ask me how peeved I was. I'm going to stick it back in just so I can keep track of it. But I mean, like, I lost all these stitches, and it's lace, so there's no getting that back. I'm going to need to start all over again. I am so mad. This is a brand new needle. I had never used it before, and it just popped right out. It's not an expensive needle. It was an Arrow, which means
but it was brand
I paid about $4 for it, but I never used it. And I've had circulars do that to me when I've got a significant amount of weight.
There's no weight on
I was on row 8. Come on. I just have no luck with circulars. I was so mad. So now I have to go out and buy a new circ before I can start again. I have to see if I can afford that this week.
What size is it?
7. Of course it's a 7. They're all on 7. Jen, you were saying all your projects are on 2. All mine are on 7.
Yeah.
So, that is the Elvin Pixie baby blanket, which will be restarted this week. But I worked on it, damn it, so I'm claiming it as a whip. By Tall Gal Knits. I'm not sure who that is. I forgot to look up what her actual name was, but it's Tall Gal Knits out of, please forgive my German, Schachenmeier SMC Bravo. This stuff, which is a beautiful acrylic DK weight. It's super soft. Really, really nice acrylic. And it is in colorway 8184. Super exciting. On size US 7, which is a 4.5 millimeter needle.
Yeah, I'm doing the 4.5 and 5s. Because I was going to say I can lend you a needle, but I can't.
There's going to be some deep breathing when I frog this because I'm so mad. That has not happened to me in a really long time, and I am livid.
Yeah.
And that's currently, it's not going to stay in this bag. I just need something to put it in because the bag isn't going to be big enough, but it's in my Art by Anna Farm Animals bag.
It's all matchy-matchy.
Yep. It matched the yarn. Ah! See, Sarah? I've never matched my projects to my bags before. So, that's it for whips, yes. I think I need some chains right now.
Whips and chains.
Whips and chains. Wake me up a bit. That's okay. Last night I realized that I've been spending far too much time on LSG. Maybe it's too much time with Mike. I don't know. Either way. Yeah. Somebody said something and my mind just went to the dirtiest possible place. No reason for it. Just went there.
So what do you want to do next?
I think we should flash our stash.
Okay. You go first.
I'll stick to flashing the stash.
Because yours is nicer to look at.
You know how I'm on a yarn diet? I didn't buy any stash!
She acquired.
But it just keeps coming! First off, what I forgot last week, because apparently this is a trend, me forgetting everything. Rob made me these lovely sock blockers. This is just a prototype. It's not the finished, what he's gonna... That's just continuing what happened last night. Anyway, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but he engraved my name on it. You can sort of see it. Here.
There you go.
There you go. Now you can see it in the reflection from the window. But he engraved my name on them. He has access to a laser cutter at work, and at the school that he mentors at. They're short because I knit ankle socks. So they were specifically made for me. He's already made a second prototype, which has larger air holes to help dry. And what he would eventually like to do is find a 3-ply plastic that has color on both sides and white in the middle, so that when he engraves, the white shows through and you can see it better. Sorry, it's over here. Since I can't pan for the life of me. So these are my sock blockers. I love them, and he's making more. Yay!
Awesome.
You might be getting a set, just saying.
Oh.
Well, because he asked me, he said, okay, so if I wanted to sell these, what would be the best way to market them? And I said, well...
Podcast!
You can make a few sets for some podcasters and give them those and ask them to review them on their shows.
Naming which podcasters are you talking about?
And I said, maybe I could try to put you in touch with our friend Stephanie at Stitchcraft Marketing. Maybe, just maybe. She may only work with people of businesses of a certain size, but I don't know. I haven't talked to her yet.
And she's in the area.
She's in his area, yes, because she lives in Chicago. I hadn't thought of that. So that was my first, I got that over Christmas. He gave that to me when I got to his house on New Year's Eve. Teresa last night at Knit Night handed me this bag. Teresa she really liked the mittens and hats that I was making for the Syrian refugees. But as she said, I would rather donate my stash to the effort than my time. Fair enough. So she gave me 3 skeins of this gorgeous yarn. I've knit with this before, not this particular colorway, but this is the yarn that I made Rob's scarf out of a couple of years ago. It's so nice to work with. It is called Queensland Collection Rustic Yarn, and look at those colors. Isn't that beautiful? It's yellow, orangey, sort of a magenta-y burgundy and some brown. It's just a really, really nice combination. She knit a sweater for her son out of this stuff. He picked the colors. She always lets her kids pick the colors. So it is, I've got 3 skeins of Queensland Collection Rustic Wool in colorway 31. And that's going to become a set of hat and mittens for the refugee effort. So there we go. She said she wanted to donate some yarn to the cause.
It's really nice of her.
I thought it was amazing. And then, from a friend who sadly is no longer able to knit, apparently she has developed some very serious tendonitis in her elbows and can't.
Is that the lady who posted on Rad?
Yeah, she was destashing a bunch of her stuff because anything that was still good for weaving she kept because she's a weaver. And she's still able to do that, but yeah, she's not able to do the fine movements that knitting requires anymore. So, she sent me, I'll save that one for last, 3 balls of Regia 4-ply. I've got a medium gray. She had knit this half a sock. Sadly, I'm going to have to rip it out because she knits them on size 2mm, which is a US 1 or a US 0.
Yeah, I can't. Here.
It's a US 0.
What did I do with it?
It's a US 0.
It fell.
2.25 is a US 1.
Okay.
So, yes, this is a US 0, and it's way too small for anybody I know. I mean, it's beautiful, but I'm going to have to rip it out, because holy crap, these stitches are small. Look at that. So I have this medium gray, and I have this charcoal gray, and I have black. Can
you say men's socks?
And I was sitting here looking at these 3 going, oh, those would be so pretty together, but they're meant for socks for Rob. So
You're going to knit him another pair of black socks?
Maybe. I'm going to make them a little more interesting, though. Because, damn, his socks are boring.
It's like Sean's
we'll see.
2x2 rib.
I may do stripy socks. We'll see. If they're close in color, maybe he won't mind so much. So there were those 3 skeins of Regia. And then she said, well, I have this other one, but it's a little weird. Do you want it anyway? And I said, sure. It's Regia Design Line Hand Dye Effects by, I don't know how to pronounce that, Caffey Facet? Facet? I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know if you can tell, but there are little pops of purple in there that are not visible when you're looking right at the yarn. You can only see them in the light. Yeah, they are showing up there. But you can only see them when there's light reflecting off it. You can't, if you're just looking at the skein like this, you don't really see them. Isn't that cool? You can see, you can't see them there, but you can see them there. And so I've got an entire skein of that because she didn't use any of it. She wound it into a ball and then decided she wasn't going to use it. So I got that too. And from my lovely friend Sarah. Sarah is a fantastic, fantastic person. We went to Stitches together last year, and everybody had an awesome time. Well, okay, she and her wife Sylvie came. And Sarah has started making stitch markers. She's going to be opening an up an Etsy shop after they move at the end of the month. So she gave me a couple of sets of stitch markers as a gift, and I'm going to let Sue and Selma try them out and see if they like them.
They're really nice.
This set I think is made of carnelian. That's her going to be her shop name, Rabbit Ribbit Lamb.
She's Rabbit Ribbit on
She's Rabbit Ribbit on Ravelry, and her blog is Rabbit Ribbit as well. So these are carnelian and these are moonstone. These are the smaller ones and these are for larger needles, but they're copper wire with, what do you call those? Are they semi-precious stones or are they what? Anyway,
I think they are.
These are moonstone. These are carnelian, and I don't remember what the purple and green are, but they are all, stones of some sort. I think these black ones, I can't remember. I'm sorry, Sarah. But basically what she intends to do is on the back, she's going to be printing what the stones are and what they signify and so on and so forth. So we have these to review. Again, that's Rabbit Ribbit Lamb. When she opens her Etsy shop, we will link it in our, there. We will link it in our enabling thread. They're super, super pretty. And she made them all by hand. I mean, like, she doesn't... Well, I mean, she would, but... I was really impressed with them. And so we have those.
Anybody that can do wire work. It's impressive.
And you wanted these ones, right?
Yep.
The moonstones. So, Selma, you're going to be getting these next time you come over. Or maybe Sue can drop them off to you at work.
Because, you know.
It's not like you never see each other.
So
that was my stash.
My stash is paper.
Yes.
I got no yarn, no packages, no swaps, nothing.
I didn't intend to.
So I decided to sign up. I already have interweave knits, but I decided to sign up for creative knitting. So.
Now that I've shown it, I can frog this.
I've got my first issue. And the first issue has 11 accessories. It has some color work.
You have issues. Sorry.
Like this.
Because I'm 5.
I need this in my life.
That is pretty.
It's gorgeous. What kind of yarn does it take? Helps if I look at that first. Worsted. There's a couple other things I liked in here. Let me just find them. Because, you know, sticky them, it would have been smart.
That's why I asked you for posties before
yeah,
we
I know.
started.
There's this sweater that I like, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see the cable detail on the front.
Oh, that's pretty. Here.
Got it?
I get a little bit closer. See that up at the top? It looks like a little tree. It's really cool.
And on the back...
I'm also sitting a little bit further forward than she is.
Yeah, no, there's not. I thought there was something on the back. There's not. And then there was this one. No, that's not the one I liked. Sorry, unprepared, bad podcaster. This
At least
one.
you remembered your stuff. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so half of it is stockinette. The other half is pearl and the cables. This is a bigger picture. Hopefully you can see it better. So yeah, I signed up for that. And then I got some patterns this week. Something that I really want to knit because I like the back is called the Bev Cowl. And if you look at the back, you see there's a split, which makes it sit on your shoulders.
I'm just looking at the patterning. Oh,
that's
pretty.
the patterning. My printer at work is not doing so well.
Leave my printer at home. Every time I try to print anything, it says, you know, you're running out of ink.
And then a friend of ours, one of the cabin leaders, has published her first pattern. So she gifted it to me. And it is called the Lilac Leaves Scarf and Shawl. And look at that. Sorry for
I still need to download that.
Is there another? I think I'm going to try and do it in the round.
As a cowl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. So her name is Jessica Stern, and her shop is called Johanna Designs? Johanna Designs.
She's Jewish.
Sorry.
Let her phlegm.
And then these were free patterns, and oh my, I fell in love with this cowl. This shawl as soon as I saw it. It's called the Cinder Smoke Shawl.
Oh, pretty.
And then I saw the mitts, and I'm like,
is it a shawl or a poncho?
It's a shawl.
Oh.
So here,
I didn't
see
see
other
poncho.
picture.
That's just
see
me.
the other pictures, and I thought, oh my god, it's gorgeous. Go to look for the mitts. Can't find them because they weren't published yet. So then the week later, she published
the mitts.
The mitts. So let's get this picture. Is probably better for you to see. Isn't that nice? I'm thinking that's some kind of seed stitch, but...
By the way, this yarn frogs beautifully. I don't know if that's a selling point for yarn, but damn, it frogs nicely.
The other one I downloaded, which was a free pattern, and I asked for ideas to make a goofy sort of hat for my husband, and it's called Bleep, the Cold Hat. Which which I'm not going to say, but
I'm going to be making one of those for my friend Mike in the next coming
There
weeks because his nieces gave him a fornicating deer sweater for Christmas.
So, you know.
And I told him, I said, funnily enough, I have a hat pattern that matches that. And he's like, oh, how much?
So I sent the link to my husband. I'm like, would you wear that? And he's like, I'd wear the bleep out of that. Because that's my husband.
So, yes, Mike and I are going on a yarn-seeking expedition on Monday to match the yarn that's in his sweater.
Well, now you just realize you might not be able to go on Monday.
We'll have to see. Because, yeah, apparently I realized afterwards that most of the yarn stores in Ottawa are closed on Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
No, I just want to see.
Yeah, I'm just winding yarn.
So now we have the giveaway.
Giveaway!
And we have the book. Oh, no, we did. Did we do the book?
We didn't do the book.
We didn't do the book. So let's do the giveaway.
We were looking through the book before the podcast.
Confused. So let's do the giveaway. And it was for a copy of the Bundle Up Cowl.
Which is the one she's doing at a biker chick.
Yep. And so we had...
I really do like that picture at the top, though.
It is. I love it.
Her pattern picture is really, really nice.
Yeah. So we had, I think, 15?
I don't know.
Something like that. Sorry.
15,
yeah.
yes.
So 14 posts, and we had asked you to post a picture of the yarn. Some people weren't able to do that, and we'll let it slide.
That's fine.
We'll let it slide. Most people went back and added pictures, though.
Yay.
So I need to get, because I'm not prepared.
Boo.
Random.
I lost my balls.
You love me. Mm-hmm. 2 to 15.
Sorry, chasing my balls.
So, I can't see myself.
Nope.
2 to 15.
Boop. Did that work?
Yep.
2.
Wow.
Who is number 2?
That's a couple times that's happened now.
It's whoever's right beneath my post.
Yeah.
So, 2 is Lopsum, who is... Come on now.
Click on her picture. Melissa.
Melissa from Massachusetts. So, Melissa, you have won a copy of Diane's pattern.
I will send Diane your Ravelry name, and she will gift you the pattern.
Post number
2. LOPSM. Sweet.
Yes, my wonderful handwriting.
And book review.
That's so depressing. 2 hours worth of knitting, and that's all I had.
You put the book here, didn't you?
I did.
So I was going through the books that we had and realized we haven't reviewed everything. We still have like 2 or 3 books left. So Lynn chose to do this one, which is called Free Spirit Knits by Anne Podlesak. 20 knitted garments and accessories inspired by the Southwest.
I was super excited when Tommy asked us if we wanted to review this book. I was like, yes. Because I love this book.
So...
And we went through and stickied all the patterns we wanted to show you.
We did. Well, she
we're
did.
Smart.
So this is called the Aspen Sweater. I absolutely love this. The detail. And you said...
But it's the back that's really impressive.
Where's the next
couple of pages. No, it's not stickied. It's
okay, right.
It's the next.
There.
So as with all interweave books, the photography is stunning. Look at the back of that.
Sorry,
thing.
wrong way.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Absolutely gorgeous.
I would knit it a little bit longer too. Sue was saying that.
Yeah.
The other thing that I really like about this book is that every pattern there's a story behind the name, and
there's a little blurb at the top.
It's a little blurb that's explaining the name.
And these are the
petroglyph socks.
Petroglyph socks.
I love these. They're so pretty. It's all knit and purl patterning.
The next thing in this is gorgeous.
Yep.
Three Sisters shawl, and I'll show you the picture of the back in a moment.
It explains that Three Sisters is a planting tradition for Native American crops. The corn is planted in the middle. What's the second one? Beans. Beans are planted around them to protect the stalks.
Look at that.
And then squash or pumpkins are planted around the base of the plants to keep the roots cool.
It's gorgeous. I'm trying to go in order here. This
Yeah, I did them top to bottom too.
Yeah,
so.
and we have the Snowball hoodie, which is this.
It's super pretty.
Wait till you see the back.
Yeah, crazy pants. I love it.
I might actually knit this for myself because my
She
jaw dropped.
The second she looked at that, she's like, what do I have in my stash that would work for that?
I have Ella Ray. It's worsted. It'll work. I think it calls for DK.
And if it ends up a little bit big and squishy,
who cares?
It's a big squishy hoodie.
Like, look.
Don't let your daughter steal it.
Look.
It's so
Are you
pretty.
crazy? No.
Excuse me.
No, not sweaters.
Miss, I was looking for this. Where is it? Oh, you have it.
Then there is the...
Tres Flores. Sorry. Sue suggested that for my 3 colors of red. Yeah.
Because like, but it's not.
It's a 3 tones of yarn, and it's super pretty.
Beautiful.
But not in black.
The Mesa Verde, which Lynn fell in love with the actual dress.
Yeah, the dress that the lady's wearing, which is not knit. But first time I saw the picture, I was like, "Oh, I love that dress," but it's not knitted. But I like the shawl too. The only thing I don't like about it is it's asymmetrical, but I might get over that.
You're knitting
because I'm currently knitting a hitchhiker.
This is called the Square Blossom.
No, I think that's the saguaro. How do you say that cactus? Saguaro.
Oh, saguaro.
I don't think that's how it's pronounced.
I'm trying not to show.
Because I think it's a Spanish word, but
pattern.
I can't remember how to say it. I'm sorry. I suck at Spanish.
So that's what the top looks like. Sorry, I'm trying not to show the pattern.
It's the cactus they make. No, it's not the cactus they make tequila from. That's the little spiky one.
Mm-hmm. This is called Santa Fe Wrap, and I'll show you.
Some amazing color work.
Look at that. The next one is the, oh, so cute, Churro Sheep. It's so cute.
Who doesn't love churros? And
Sheep.
look at those little sheep.
There was a better picture, wasn't there? Yeah.
There are a few really good pictures of it. I love the little sheep. They're
Look at the
so
sheep.
cute.
And I'm kind of thinking that if you made a babble hat and this,
And
the
they
same
would
color,
go together.
wouldn't it match? Next. Crazy Pants. She liked this.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Elizabeth,
I mean,
look at that.
It's a gorgeous pattern, but I'm not crazy enough to knit that.
I love cables.
I
would knit cables all day long.
I don't love my husband that much. And it's called Salt River.
I do love Rob that much, but he wouldn't wear it.
And then this. You were in
yes.
all over this. It is called...
It looks like a sunset. Oh, that's the constellation one.
Yeah, it's called
Chaco Canyon. This is stunning because it talks about how the buildings that were originally put up in this canyon were usually oriented to take advantage of the lunar and solar cycles and sort of acted like observatories. And all along the base of the shawl are beaded constellations.
I'm trying to get it to come into focus.
Yeah, it's not showing up very... There we go. Those are beaded constellations. It reminds me of the Celestial shawl, but that is amazing.
It runs for $25.99 US, $28.99 in Canada. Interweave F&W Media. So it's called Knit Your Wildest Dreams with Windswept Color and Texture. And there will be a blurb in the show notes that you can read.
I'll read it really quickly. In
Okay.
Free Spirit Knits, author Anne Podlesak shares a gorgeous collection of 20 knitted garments and accessories that combine the beauty and the high desert with a sense of play and adventure. The pieces for both men and women have elegant silhouettes and rich color palettes. Palettes. I'm sorry, I'm French. In French, it's palettes. You'll love creating each stunning project, choosing among a gorgeous knitted cardigan style coat, the Grand Canyon coat, monochromatic knitted socks, which were the petroglyph socks we showed you, stunning lace knitting, the aspen sweater, and much more. Wild at heart knitters of every skill level will find something to make and love. Whether your nearest canyon is made of rock or skyscrapers, treat yourself to the collection that will see you knitting off into the sunset. And there's some on the back that we haven't showed you, but I mean, The photography in this is amazing. The clothes that the people are wearing with the knits are stunning. I just love everything about this book.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I've only been to Arizona once.
Is it going home with you?
Yes.
Okay. I usually keep all the books here, but...
Yes, I was so excited when Tommy asked us if we wanted to review this one, and I was like, yes, I want this one, I want this one.
And once again, Tommy, we really, really appreciate the fact that you let us do reviews for you.
Yes. We're really spoiled.
Yeah, we are.
Very spoiled podcasters.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. So thank you very much, and you guys do amazing, amazing work.
Yes, I love this book so much.
And last but not least, we have Save Your Pennies. That is our coupon codes. So we have Morgan from One Hook Double Stitch, who is on Etsy. A coupon code for 10% off until the end of January, which is the word Tangled, Tangled, and the number 10.
Victoria Blue, I am so sorry.
Yes.
I screwed that up last week.
Well, I think I messed it up earlier. In the thread of the coupons, I have it right. But in the show notes, I have had it wrong, and I am so sorry.
She has a coupon for her 12th Arrow cowl until the end of the Down Cellar Studio Pigskin Party.
Yes.
Sorry, podcast Pigskin Party. She offered us a coupon code for $1 off the pattern, and we've been saying that you could get the pattern for $1. You cannot get the pattern for $1. I'm so sorry. So until February 8th, 2016, so a few weeks from now, you can get $1 off her 12th Arrow cowl for with the code DCS Pigskin number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So DCS Pigskin 1. And I'm so sorry about the mix-up.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
Oh, sorry. Darlene, Bags by Awesome Granny on Etsy, has an ongoing coupon code with us for 10% off, and the code is number 2 TS number 10.
So 2TS10.
And that's ongoing, no expiry date.
Lisa of Six Munchkin Stitching on Etsy has an ongoing coupon code for 10% off. The word 2, Tangled 10. So TWOTANGLED 10. That's it for the coupon codes.
It is.
And that's it for the podcast.
It is. Sorry.
Do we have anything else to say?
I don't think so.
I apologize for the amount of loopiness today.
Under an hour. Yes.
I've had a quarter of a can of Diet Pepsi so far today. That's it.
Chug.
No, you don't want to see what happens when I chug pop.
Happy knitting, happy crafting, and we'll see you all next week.
And we hope we get a little bit more sleep this week.
Bye.
Click the button. I need
What?
a nap.
Click the button?
Yes,
Clicky's the button.
I need a